All right, it is exciting getting ready for the big 4th of July parade here in beautiful Fredericksburg, Texas. This has become quite a tradition. J.D. Rose going to visit with Daryl Whitworth, the man with all the plans, the man with the plan and more, right?
Well, that's what I keep being told every year because I never learned to say no, so we're going to do a great small town parade again.
I love it. I love it. Well, you do a great job. How many years have you been doing this? Your family's been involved. Didn't you have like a family Whitworth float?
As far as the 4th of July, I started 25 years ago this year helping set it up the day of and transitioned over the last 12 or 14 years to being the main organizer. But yeah, as you mentioned, my family has a long history of being involved with floats here in Gillespie County. So one of my earliest memories is probably back when I was 4th or 5th grade going to school out at Stonewall. My dad had just built a big new barn on the farm out there. And of course, he was very active with the Stonewall Chamber of Commerce. And they built a brand new Stonewall Chamber of Commerce float in our barn. Of course, for those of you who are from around here, remember Eckert's Wrecking Yard out at Stonewall.
Right,
We'd go get an old wrecked car, strip it down to the bare frame, take all the bodywork off, and they built an entire float frame on top of it. And they spent, I guess weeks or months doing that. And then we'd go to the different parades around, and then
oh, and the Stonewall Peach Jamboree parade floats are still just gorgeous every year.
It was fun. I got to ride with them sometimes when they'd go, and I remember going to like the big parades in San Antonio, and we'd have a generator for the night parade, so there'd be lights and everything. And this is probably 35, 40 years ago. So it's been a while, maybe more.
Well, when did the 4th of July parade in Fredericksburg, when was the first one? When did it actually start?
Actually, the parade in the format it's now was begun, I believe, in 1991. And it was a group of locals who were just passionate, believing Fredericksburg needed a small town local parade. So the original instigators, we'll call them, were Larry Nevels, Helen McDonald, and Joe Comlin. And they all were with the Nimitz Foundation, Economic Development, Chamber of Commerce, and they started that. Yeah, and so they got going and started doing the parade every 4th of July. And of course, we hold a tradition, the 4th of July parade should be on the 4th of July. So it's always at 10 a.m. on the 4th of July, except like last year when it was on a Sunday, and then we start at 1 p.m. so folks can go to church and have lunch and all.
Right, yeah.
But we've continued that tradition that we just want to have a small town 4th of July parade that focuses on celebrating being patriots, being great Americans, and doing it here. So we keep it non-commercial. Technically, the ones of us that do it don't really have any authority to do it. We're not an official group. We're just a group of local citizens who believe that we should do a small town parade in Fredericksburg every year, and we continue to do that.
I love it. I love it. Well, who pays for all this?
We do have a few local supporters who have always been very helpful. Of course, the city of Fredericksburg provides us some marketing funds from the cocktail tax for anything we want to do that. Arrowhead Bank has been a long-term sponsor. If you've ever been to the parade beforehand, they drive down and they distribute 3,000 American flags before the parade.
Yes.
Well, the American flags are sitting in my office ready to roll, so we've got them already for this year. We appreciate Tony Klein and all of them there that do that.
I love everything about Arrowhead Bank.
They've been a great partner of ours. It's a matter of I call Tony and say, hey, Tony, will you do it again this year? He says, yeah. And, I will be honest, one of the things that may break our tradition next year, not this year, is that Tim Dooley at Dooley's 5 and Dime has always ordered the flags for us. And
well,
this
Sandra
is his
and I
last
had
year.
a chance to visit with Tim on a podcast. So, yeah, that was a very special podcast.
Well,
but, yeah, Dooley's been around, 99 years?
99 years, and he's been, buying the flags and selling them at cost so we can get them in and get them passed out to everybody before the parade. It's just one of those great community traditions that, next year I'm not sure where I'm going to find the flags.
I bet we'll find some.
We're going to find them, I promise you that. So that I will guarantee you. So.
All right. So if anybody's interested in donating, how would they donate? Can they just get a hold of you, Daryl? Or
probably the easiest is just to get a hold of me. I mean, honestly, and this is one of the things, kind of we'll call it a gentleman's agreement I've had with the city, is that they allow me the authority to do this with the understanding we keep it small town. We've done everything we can to not make it commercial or political or anything like that.
Right.
So, to this point, I'm fortunate that we're able to make it work that way. And, if somebody's interested, I always have folks that offer to help, which is great. And, some years we have some challenges that have hit. But, another one who's been a huge supporter of ours is the Pedernales Creative Arts Alliance.
Yeah.
We always have a band that leads the parade. And for the last few years, it's been Bill Smallwood. And they contribute the money to be able to pay Bill Smallwood so we can have he and his band be in the parade and then be there at the patriotic program following it. So, community effort there.
And Bill and his band, they always do such a great job.
They're wonderful to work with. Bill and I mean, I went to grade school with Bill's son Willie, so I've known him a couple of years, we'll say. Another great local tie-in, and Pedernales Creative Arts takes the money that they make off of Oktoberfest and other endeavors and does it to support the music, the youth all here, and this is just one of the ways that they give back to the community, so that allows us to have music at the 4th of July.
Yeah, yeah, you got to have a little music, right?
Oh yeah, always.
So Daryl, about how many entries are we gonna see?
We end up with 100 plus. It's kind of a normal number. Now this year, with it being on a Monday, I'm expecting a few more. End of a 3-day weekend. Folks have already started sending in their entries early, so we always are glad to have that. And of course, 100 is a round number because some folks will have like one car. Sometimes there's an entry like the Classic Car Club or the Tractor Club, and there'll be 15 under that one entry name. So it usually takes about 45 minutes to an hour to watch the whole parade.
All right, Daryl, so now I got to ask you about the traditional 4th of July shorts that you wear every year. Oh yeah, come on.
Well,
strike a pose, brother. Strike a pose. Be the model. Look at this. This is great. When I show up, I say, Daryl, I'm not really dressed to, I don't look like the 4th of July, Ollie Brown. He says, I wore enough for both of us. So, but tell us this.
It started 20-something years ago, and I happened to see a flare of flag shorts, and I bought them. Well, so for years, and then, like I said, it's been 25 years ago I've been doing this, I wore them all the time. And then one year I decided not to wear them, and I got more grief for not wearing the shorts
than you did for wearing them.
So, and also the folks, a lot of the folks that enter the parade year after year know me and they know who to look for and all of that, and the folks that help me, my friends and family. Yeah. But those that haven't want to know, how can I find you? I said, just look for the big guy wearing flag shorts. I'm pretty easy to spot. So.
Well, Sandra Phoenix and I, J.D. Rose, we certainly want to thank Paige Finley and Fbg.Live for having us out to broadcast the 4th of July parade. And Daryl Whitworth, thank you for having us out as well. But it is so nice. Fbg.Live has been covering quite a few community events, and as I understand it, they're going to start covering a heck of a lot more. And I'm excited because not only can you hear what's going on, but you can also see it with their tremendous camera work, Daryl.
Yeah, they've been great to work with. Of course, I've watched them for years now with, kid being in high school sports and all, but what I really appreciated last year from the 4th of July was that they broadcast the parade. And, 2021, some folks weren't sure they wanted to be out in public a lot yet. We were still going to do a parade. We believed we needed to have one, and it gave you a chance if you wanted to stay home and watch it, you could. Plus, air conditioning at home, too. So.
Right, exactly. Well, in your mind, all the years of experience that you've had putting parades together, what's some advice? What do you think makes a great 4th of July parade?
Great 4th of July parade is having a small town parade that focuses on patriotism. My only caveat to enter the parade for the entries is you got to have some red, white, and blue. Now sometimes the car dealers will put in a red car, a white car, and a blue car. We're
right.
okay with that. The fact that it's done from volunteers, and those of us who are involved, Joe and Debbie and Linda, who have been helping all these years and organized with it, it comes down to the fact that we believe it's what Fredericksburg should have, a great small town event. And
right. That's when the community comes together, and like you said, it's a lot of volunteers.
And honestly, I love riding at the end of it because I get to wave to literally hundreds of friends as I go by and holler at everybody and enjoy it. So, but I guess it all comes down to I can plan like crazy for months leading up to it, and all happens within the last few minutes before everybody hits the parade route. Once they see what's on Main Street, that's what matters. As long as the 10,000 plus people that come out to watch it have a great time, then that's what makes it a successful parade.